Everybody, hope everybody's doing well. Welcome to a March edition of Camp Challenge Alliance, which is about fire. For me, where I'm camping, I can't have a fire, so I'm going to show you what I do with the tools I have for cooking and enjoyment of a little bit of fire. So first off will be the fire pit. I have this portable propane fire pit and a grill over it right now. I do have extra hangers so I can hang my cast iron on this and everything else. It works great for cooking steaks, hot dogs, sausages, hamburgers, anything you'd normally cook over a regular fire works just fine over this propane fire pit. And I have a 7-gallon tank attached to it. We use this quite a bit. I don't normally use my cast iron on it, but I can. Sometimes if I got a regular fire, I'll take the tripod itself and just put it over the fire and use it that way also. It works just fine. I like it. It's a bit wore out. I got a brand new one in storage, so maybe when I get back to Washington it'll be time for that. The majority of the cooking we do with our Coleman Triton 2-burner stove, which I have a 1-gallon tank attached to. It also takes the little propane bottles. This is great for large pots, the pans, and stuff like that, or even, cooking in the Coleman oven, which this thing does really good. It's been used quite a bit. I do have a stone plate to go in the bottom of that, which makes cooking pizzas and stuff like that a lot nicer and more fun. On a quick boil, I use my BRS stove on a canister, which is fine for small stuff, but a big pot, these just aren't that stable. So it's fine if I want to just take my little titanium cup and throw on there. This is the kind of thing I take backpacking with a smaller canister. Another good one is my alcohol stove, which is a perfect fit for most pots. And I use a Gasline antifreeze chemical called heat in this thing, which burns really clean, so I don't ever get any soot on my pots or anything like that. This is nice. It's been used a few times. You can see the color in it. I got a little pot stand for it, which the pot stand's not titanium, but it still works. And the other option I have is my gasifier stove, which is just a regular twig stove. And it works really well for, larger pots and stuff like that. I've used pretty good sized pots on this. It's pretty stable when it's on a stable surface. It also has a little dish, if I can figure out how to get it in there. I can use alcohol tablets with it, which is kind of handy at times when you don't really want to have a twig fire or worry about that. You can just put a few alcohol tabs in there and same thing, let her burn. But yeah, even not having a fire, we can still have flame. And I do all my cooking outside, so these are the tools I use for cooking. I have lots of pots and pans and the tools that go with them, which is always nice. These all store up pretty small. This one is great for backpacking because it's very light. Even with this stainless steel stand, it's still really light. Normally I'll take the BRS with me. It's quicker. And if you're just boiling a little bit of water, that's the one to use. If you want to simmer a little more, this one works better. No temperature control on this or this really. So you got to really watch your foods. It's not great to put a cream soup or something like that over it because it'll just burn it. Unlike the regular 2-burner stoves where you can do all things you want. You want to really cool it down, you put the pot over next to the burner, and all you got to do is keep stirring it around the one side. It works pretty good. Overall, yeah, we do most of our cooking on the stove and the fire pit. If I want to make pizza or something like that, yeah, busting out the oven. Or if I want French fries or tater tots or corn dogs, anything that you would normally bake, I can still bake out here. The reason I have more than the 2 burners most of the time, because I'll use 3 burners at a time cooking something that has 3 ingredients. And a lot of times these are the 3 burners I use. The 2 on the Coleman and then the 1 on the BRS, depending on the size of the pot. If I need a bigger pot, yes, I will go to the bigger stove for that. My BRS, the limit to it is about this size of pot, full, which is enough to do, heck, for me, 2 packs of ramen and a can of Spam works great in this pot. But most of the time I'll just do it here. So much easier. I got more fuel. The propane in the big cans is a lot cheaper than these canisters. Heck, this is, I don't even know how much it is. It's not much, but I get a lot more use out of that 1 gallon than I do that, and the 1 gallon costs me like $3. The small canisters for these things cost you like 4 or 5. These big ones are 13 or so, 14. I don't remember what I paid that last one. I got, a couple spares over in my camping gear here, which, I got a bunch of stuff on the ground because we're using the inverter and I can't cover it up. I got my batteries open so I can put my tester on there, test what level my batteries are at. My sensor doesn't always tell me the truth, so I trust the electronics better than that. But yeah, cooked chicken the other night over the grill. It was perfect. And I do a lot of that. I just like it. I mean, it doesn't have the wood fire taste to it, but it doesn't have the gas taste to it either. And it's still flame broiled, flame cooked, I should say, not broiled, but it does a really good job. As you can see, I can adjust these chains up and down with the tripod. I could spread the legs out to lower the grill if I wanted. It's just very optional, and it is adjustable from, really want to enjoy a fire pit. You take the tripod off of here, fire that thing up, turn it all the way up. It's just like having a regular fire as far as what it looks like. It doesn't make the noise, so you don't get the crackling unless there's a lot of fat in the lava rock in there, which happens. So I hope everybody enjoyed this little short video for the Camp Challenge Alliance. And oops, sorry about the sun there. Next month is April, and we're doing a catch and cook. And we want people to just kind of have fun with it. You don't have to literally go out and catch and cook it. If you go fishing, you don't catch a fish, go to the store, buy one. If you like hunting or playing hunting games, shoot something in your game, then cook it for dinner. That's all it's about. Just have fun. Same with this fire challenge. It's all about the fun. I wished I could have a fire here, but yeah, this area is on fire restrictions right now, so we can't. But we still have fire. We can still sit around the fire pit and enjoy a fire if we wish, And I cook everything on flames anyway. Even the propane burner in the house it's a 3-burner stove, and we very seldom use it. I don't hardly ever use it. I used it one day when the wind was really bad and I couldn't use any of these stoves out here, because even with this setup here with the windshields, the wind blows right through this stove. And it's been a few times where I was cooking away and I come back and my burner out, and that's no good. My BRS, it handles the wind really well. My alcohol stove, I actually have a windshield for that, but if the wind's blowing really hard, that windshield doesn't help. It just blows away. The gasifier stove, it'll burn no matter what. You just got to keep feeding the fuel. And if you're cooking for a long time, you got to feed that thing a lot. Which, if you're just sitting around camping or something like that, and that's what you want to do, it's fun. Here, I could probably walk around and pick up tons of little pieces of wood, break them down small enough to use in that thing, and if I need to cook with it, I will. It won't be an issue. But I want to thank everybody for watching, and hopefully you enjoyed this video.